Hi everyone. In regards to the last interaction, I would also like to highlight how translation was a key factor in that event and how it affected its development, including the role of translation in the event. Its impact on intercultural communication and the dissemination of ideas. The translation of William Shakespeare's works into Spanish was a historic event that had a profound impact on various aspects of literary development. Intercultural communication and the dissemination of ideas. Here are the key factors in this context. Role of translation in the event. 1. Access to the original text. Before translations, Shakespeare's works were available mainly in English. Translations allow Spanish speakers to access this fundamental text of universal literatures, overcoming the language barrier. The first translations were crucial for the Latin American audiences to get to know Shakespeare's works. The number two, cultural interpretation translation is not simply kind of a version of words. It is also a cultural interpretation. Translators such as Jose Maria de Pereda and Concha Spina not only translated the text, but also adapted to the cultural reference and nuances for English and Spanish. This involved choosing the linguistic and cultural equivalents that preserve the essence of the words, while making comprehensible and relevant to Spanish-speaking audiences. The number three, innovation in the style and language, translating Shakespeare's into Spanish, innovation in language and literary style in Latin America. Translator faced the challenge of replicating the poetry, rhythm, and wordplay of the original words. Creative solutions to these challenges enrich literary language in Spanish. Impact on intercultural communication. Number one, fostering cultures dialogue. By translating Shakespeare's, a cultural dialogue was promoted between the English-speaking world and a Spanish-speaking world. Translation of his works offered the way to exchange ideas and cultural values between different literary traditions. And the number two, appreciation of universal literature. Translation facilitated the appreciation of the study of Shakespeare in the Latin American context. This allowed readers and scholars in Latin America to engage with universal themes by Shakespeare, such as power, ambition, betrayal, and love in an accessible context. The number three, influence on local theater and literature. Shakespeare's translations influenced drama and literature in Latin America. Adaptation and reinterpretations of his works influenced local playwrights and the way similar themes were addressed in Latin America. Diffusion of ideas. 1. Popularization of universal themes. Shakespeare's plays explained universal timeless themes. His translation allowed these themes to be understood and discussed in Latin America, promoting greater reflection on the human condition, politics, and morality. The number two, literary stylistic models. Shakespeare translations also served as a model for Latin American writers and translators. The way Shakespeare approached the complexity of languages and characters inspired many authors to explore new forms and styles in their own writing. The number three, education and scholarship. Translations make Shakespeare text available for academic study in Spanish, allowing students and scholars of literature study and analyze his works in their language. This also contributed to the teaching of comparative literature and the training of specialists in Shakespeare's works in Latin America. In short, the translation of William Shakespeare's works into Spanish was a key factor that allowed access, cultural adaptation, and dissemination of universal ideas in Latin America.